English in Minutes, short English lessons for real life. Hello, and welcome to English in Minutes. I am Olivia. I am so glad you are here today. Before we begin, I want to say something important. Everything in this video uses simple, clear English. The level is B1 to B2. That means the words are not too easy and not too difficult. They are just right for someone who is learning and growing. If you are learning English, this video is a good place to practice. You will hear natural sentences, you will hear ideas explained step by step, and at the end of the video, we will review some important vocabulary words together, so please stay until the end. You can listen, relax, and learn. There is no rush here. Now, let me ask you something simple, something personal. Have you ever tried to build a good habit? Maybe you wanted to wake up early every morning. Maybe you wanted to exercise more. Maybe you wanted to read a book every day, or stop eating too much sugar. You started with good energy, you felt motivated, and then, after a few days or maybe a few weeks, you stopped. Does that sound familiar? Or maybe you have a bad habit, something you do again and again, even when you know it is not good for you. Something like checking your phone too often, or watching too many videos, or eating unhealthy food late at night. You want to stop, but it feels very hard. Why is it so difficult to change our habits? And why do some people seem to change easily while others keep struggling? Today, we are going to talk about a book that answers these questions. The book is called Atomic Habits, and it was written by James Clear. This book has been read by millions of people around the world. It has helped students, athletes, business people, and ordinary people create better habits and change their lives. The word atomic has two meanings here. First, it means very small. An atom is the smallest unit of matter, so an atomic habit is a very small habit. Second, the word atomic also means powerful, because even something very small can have a very big effect over time. That is the main message of this book. Small habits done every day can change your life completely. Before we go deeper, I have a question for you, a multiple choice question. Think about it, and I will tell you the answer later in the video. Here is the question. According to James Clear, what is the most important thing when you are trying to build a new habit? A. You need to feel very motivated every day. B. You need to focus on getting just 1% better each day. C. You need to have a very detailed and strict plan. Think about it. A, B, or C. I will tell you the answer before the end of the video. Now, let us go into the main ideas of the book. Atomic Habits has many great lessons, but today we will focus on 5 important ones, 5 ideas that can change the way you think about habits forever. The first idea is this: small changes are more powerful than big changes. Many people think that in order to change their life, they need to make big changes. They think they need to completely change their routine, buy new equipment, or start a very difficult program. But James Clear says something very different. He says that if you improve by just 1% every day, you will become 37 times better after 1 year. Let me say that again. Just 1% better every single day. After 365 days, you will be 37 times better than when you started. 1% does not feel like much, but it adds up. It builds over time. This is called the compound effect. Small improvements grow. They multiply. They become something very big. Let's explain a word here. The word is compound. Compound means that something grows because it builds on itself. For example, money in a bank can compound. You earn interest on your money, and then you earn interest on that interest too, so your money grows faster and faster. Habits work the same way. Each small, good habit builds on the one before it. Here is an example sentence. Small daily reading habits compound into a large vocabulary over time. Think about a small airplane. If the pilot changes the direction of the plane by just a few degrees, the plane will still fly. Nothing feels different at first, but after a few hours, the plane lands in a completely different place. That is the power of small changes. James Clear says most people give up on good habits because they do not see results quickly. They exercise for 2 weeks and do not feel different. They stop eating sugar for 10 days and do not feel healthier, so they think it is not working. They give up. But this is what he calls the plateau of latent potential. It is a time when you are working hard, but the results have not appeared yet. The results are coming. They are building inside, but you cannot see them yet. Let's explain another word. The word is plateau. A plateau is a flat place. In nature, it is a flat area of high land, but in life, a plateau means a period when progress stops or seems to stop. When you feel stuck, when you feel like nothing is changing even though you are working hard. Here is an example sentence. Many learners reach a plateau in their English where they feel they are not improving, but they just need to keep going. So if you feel like your habit is not working, maybe you are just in the plateau. Keep going. The results will come. The second big idea is this: focus on your identity, not just your results. This is one of the most important ideas in the whole book, and it is also one of the most surprising. Most people set goals like this. They say, I want to lose 10 kilograms, or I want to save $1,000, or I want to read 20 books this year. They focus on the result. They focus on what they want to get. But James Clear says there is a better way to think. He says we should focus on who we want to become. We should focus on our identity. Let's explain this word. The word is identity. Identity is the idea of who you are. Your identity is made of your values, your beliefs, and your actions. It is how you see yourself. It is how you answer the question, who am I? Here is an example sentence. A person who sees their identity as a healthy person will naturally choose to eat well and exercise. James Clear explains this with a simple example. Imagine two people are trying to stop smoking. Someone offers them a cigarette. The first person says, "No thank you, I am trying to quit." The second person says, "No thank you, I am not a smoker." Do you hear the difference? The first person still sees themselves as a smoker who is trying to change. The second person has changed their identity. They already believe they are not a smoker. This belief makes it much easier to say no. Every time you do a small habit, you are voting for a new identity. You are telling yourself, this is who I am. If you read 1 page every day, you are voting for the identity of a reader. If you walk for 10 minutes every day, you are voting for the identity of someone who takes care of their body. These small votes add up. Over time, you truly become the person you want to be. The third big idea is about the 4 laws of behavior change. This is the practical heart of the book. James Clear gives us a simple system to build good habits and break bad ones. He says every habit has 4 parts: a cue, a craving, a response, and a reward. And to build a good habit, you need to work with each of these 4 parts. Let's explain the word cue. Let's explain this word. A cue is a signal. It is something that tells your brain that it is time to do something. It can be a time of day, a place, a feeling, or something you see or hear. For example, feeling tired might be a cue to make coffee. Seeing your running shoes by the door might be a cue to go for a walk. Here is an example sentence. Leaving your book on your pillow is a simple cue that reminds you to read before sleeping. So the 4 laws of behavior change work like this. To build a good habit, you make the cue obvious, you make the habit attractive, you make it easy, and you make it satisfying. Let's think about each one. Make the cue obvious. If you want to drink more water, put a glass of water on your desk where you can always see it. If you want to exercise in the morning, put your exercise clothes next to your bed the night before. Make the starting signal easy to see. Make the habit attractive. Connect the habit to something you enjoy. For example, only listen to your favorite podcast when you are exercising. This way, you will look forward to the habit because it comes with something pleasant. Make it easy. This is very important. James Clear says we should never try to do too much at the beginning. He suggests a rule called the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes. If you want to read every day, start by reading just 1 page. If you want to meditate, start by just sitting quietly for 2 minutes. The goal is to start. Once you start, continuing becomes easier. And finally, make it satisfying. Give yourself a small reward after the habit. It does not need to be a big reward, just something that makes you feel good. A check mark in your notebook, a cup of tea after your workout, something that tells your brain, that felt good, let's do it again. The 4th big idea is this: your environment is more powerful than your willpower. Many people believe that building good habits is about having strong willpower. If you fail at a habit, they think it means you are weak. But James Clear says this is wrong. He says that your environment shapes your behavior more than your inner strength. If your home is full of unhealthy food, you will eat unhealthy food. Not because you are weak, but because the food is there and it is easy to reach. If your phone is always next to your bed, you will check it in the morning. Not because you want to, but because it is the first thing you see. Let's learn a word here. The word is willpower. Willpower is the inner strength to control your actions and choices. It is the ability to say no to things you want but should not do. But willpower is limited. It gets tired. You cannot use it all day, every day. Here is an example sentence. Instead of using willpower to avoid unhealthy food, it is smarter to simply not keep it in your home. The smartest strategy is to design your environment for success. Put good things close, put bad things far. Make good habits easy, make bad habits hard. If you want to eat more fruit, put fruit on the kitchen table where you can see it easily. If you want to stop watching too much television, put the remote control in a drawer, not in front of the sofa. James Clear calls this being the architect of your environment. An architect designs buildings. You can design your space to support your goals. This does not mean willpower is useless, but it means we should not depend on it alone. We should use smart design to make good behavior easier and bad behavior harder. This is a much more reliable strategy. The 5th and final big idea is about the importance of systems over goals. This idea might surprise you. James Clear says that goals are not the most important thing. What matters more is your system. Let's explain the word system. A system is a set of regular processes or habits that you follow. It is the daily method you use to work toward something. A goal is what you want to achieve. A system is how you actually do it every day. Here is an example sentence. A writer's goal is to finish a book, but their system is writing 500 words every morning. Here is the interesting part. James Clear says that if you only focus on the goal, you might feel unhappy most of the time, because the goal is in the future. You do not have it yet. But if you focus on your system, you can feel satisfied every day, because every day that you follow your system, you are succeeding. He gives this example. Imagine two basketball coaches. One team focuses on winning the championship. The other team focuses on improving their daily practice. Which team will be better in the long run? Almost certainly the team with the better practice system. Goals are important for direction. They help you know where you want to go. But systems are important for progress. They are the engine that moves you forward. Another important point. When you finally reach a goal, what happens? Many people feel happy for a short time, and then they return to their old behavior. They lose weight and then gain it back. They finish a course and then stop learning. This happens because they were focused on the goal, not the system. But if your system is strong, the behavior continues. It becomes part of your life, not just a temporary effort. Now, let me ask you a moment to reflect. Think about your own life. Is there a habit you have been trying to build but cannot seem to keep? Maybe now you understand why. Maybe the cue was not clear enough. Maybe you were trying to do too much at once. Maybe your environment was working against you. And here is a second question. What is one very small thing, just 1% better, that you could do tomorrow? Not a big change, just one tiny step. What could that be for you? Take a moment with those questions. Now, let me give you the answer to the multiple choice question from the beginning of the video. The question was, what is the most important thing when you are trying to build a new habit? A. You need to feel very motivated every day. B. You need to focus on getting just 1% better each day. C. You need to have a very detailed and strict plan. The correct answer is B. You need to focus on getting just 1% better each day. Motivation comes and goes. It is not reliable. A very strict plan can also be too rigid. It can feel like too much pressure. But focusing on tiny, consistent improvement is sustainable. It is something you can do every single day, even when you do not feel perfect, even when you are tired or busy. Small steps every day lead to big results over time. This is the heart of atomic habits. Now let us do our vocabulary recap. I will go through all the words we learned today. Listen carefully and try to remember each one. The first word is compound. Compound means that something grows because it builds on itself. Each new result is added to the previous result, so the growth becomes bigger and bigger. Small habits compound into large changes over time. The second word is plateau. A plateau is a period when progress seems to stop, when you feel stuck and nothing seems to be improving. But a plateau does not mean failure. It usually means results are building quietly, and they will appear soon. The third word is identity. Identity is how you see yourself. It is your inner image of who you are. When your identity matches your habits, the habits become easier and more natural. Seeing yourself as a healthy person makes healthy choices feel normal. The fourth word is cue. A cue is a signal or a trigger. It is something that tells your brain to begin a behavior. A cue can be a time, a place, a feeling, or an object. Making a cue obvious helps you remember to do your habit. The fifth word is willpower. Willpower is inner strength. It is the ability to control your choices and resist temptation. But willpower is limited and can get tired. so it is better to design your environment to support your habits rather than depending only on willpower. The sixth word is system. A system is a set of regular actions or processes that you follow consistently. It is your daily method for working toward a goal. Focusing on your system is more powerful than focusing only on the goal. We also used a few other important words during the video. The word architect means someone who designs buildings. James Clear uses this word to describe how we can design our environment to support our habits. You are the architect of your own life. The word satisfying means something that makes you feel good, complete, or happy. A satisfying reward after a habit teaches your brain to repeat that habit. The word sustainable means something you can continue for a long time without stopping. A sustainable habit is one that is small enough and easy enough to do every day, even when life is busy. And the phrase compound effect means the slow and powerful growth that happens when small actions are repeated consistently over time. The compound effect is invisible at first, but becomes powerful over months and years. Let me now give you a calm summary of everything we learned today. We learned that small habits are more powerful than big changes. Improving by just 1% every day creates enormous results over time. This is the compound effect. We learned to focus on identity, not just goals. Every small habit is a vote for the kind of person you want to become. Over time, these votes build your new identity. We learned about the 4 laws of behavior change. To build a good habit, make the cue obvious, make the habit attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. To break a bad habit, do the opposite. Make the cue invisible, make it unattractive, make it difficult, and make it unsatisfying. We learned that your environment is more powerful than your willpower. Design your space to support your goals. Put good things close to you, put temptations far away. And we learned that systems matter more than goals. A strong daily system creates lasting change. Goals give you direction, but systems take you there. The message of Atomic Habits is simple and beautiful. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to make giant changes. You just need to be a little better today than you were yesterday, and then do the same thing tomorrow and the day after that. That is how real, lasting change happens, one tiny habit at a time. If this video helped you today, I would be very happy to hear from you. Please leave a comment and tell me one small habit you want to start. I read every comment, and it always makes me happy to hear from you. And if you enjoyed learning English this way, please consider subscribing to English in Minutes. Every week, I bring you a new video with simple, clear English and real ideas that can help your life. You will improve your vocabulary, your listening, and your understanding of the world, all at the same time. It costs nothing. Just press subscribe and join our community of learners from all around the world. Thank you so much for being here today. You are doing something wonderful by choosing to learn. Keep going, keep listening, keep growing. This is Olivia from English in Minutes. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.